welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of PowerSports on YouTube. So today we're going to do a really quick budget LED headlight upgrade. So this is what the headlights look like with OEM bulbs. And here is a view from the driver's seat with the OEM bulbs. So I chose to go with superbrightleds.com. The low beams are HVL 7s and the high beams are HLV 7 and the high beams are HLV 4. 30 bucks I think, 40 bucks I think, maybe something like that. The links are in the description below. So basically we got our LEDs, and before I bought them I made sure we had room, and in this case this particular car does have room. So what you want to do is remove the old bulb, okay, which you can turn counterclockwise. And if the headlights aren't all screwed up like these are, oh boy. Yeah, these headlights are busted up pretty bad. I have new headlight lenses coming, but this is the best we're gonna get for now. Okay, this one comes out. Alright, and we gotta disconnect the connector. So we're gonna just pull it up there for now. This one's busted up pretty bad. I'm not sure what to do. Like, it's busted up really bad. Man. Okay. I have to leave it alone for now, so come back over here. These are a little trickier to get to, but you should be able, whoa, what the hell is this? What the fuck? Okay. That's gonna have to go. Anyway, you just wanna turn left, pop her out, okay, and then just leave it for a second, and then we gotta reach down to this bad boy, turn. This one also is kind of struggling. What is the deal? Okay, comes out. Maybe not so friendly, but it's out. So go back to this one and try again. I mean, it's I see what's wrong with it. I'm just probably gonna end up breaking it trying to get it out. Just really badly. Come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's really messed up. Okay. Alright, we got it out. So if I can't get it back in, I'm not gonna mess up the brand new LEDs just because I want to put these bulbs in. So I can't do it with one hand, but you basically just disconnect this connector here, and then the LEDs come with an adapter. So let's do that. One thing to look out for, this one had a double gasket. So there's a gasket on the bulb down here, see the yellow band? And then there's a gasket shoved in there that must have got stuck during the last time the bulbs were changed. So that is obviously no good. Something I forgot to do is identify which one's high beam and which one's low beam. So I gotta turn the key back on, and then, okay, so the low beam is the outer and the high beam is the inner. You can also identify low beam has the little cap on it, or the dip, and then high beam does not. So the low beam's outer, high beam's inner. So now we can get our low beams and put them in. So I was trying to get the LED bulbs in and something just isn't working right. And really this headlight is completely trash. So I'll just wait till the new headlight comes in, and then I'll put the LEDs in the new headlight while it's here on the workbench so we can make sure we don't mess them up. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, the headlight's out. It was 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5, and these two were kind of hidden back there. You actually had to take this out. It pops out, not very easily, but it pops out, and then you can get to that bolt, and this bolt you can get to by moving that out of the way. So now let's get the other one out. Both headlights are out, so now we just have to wait for the new ones. Okay, so the new headlights are here, and they actually came with plugs, but anyway, so we can basically just rotate and release. Holy crap, it came with a bulb too? Wow, I'm amazed because these were super cheap. It's kind of sad, it's kind of a waste. I could probably give it to, actually I will give these to one of the other E36 owners. So now these LEDs should go right in, and actually something important to note, they're keyed. One of these tabs is smaller, so if you don't get it right, well, it ain't gonna be fun because your lights won't be focused right. So this is the outside light, this is where the low beam goes, so we're just gonna put it in. Goes right in. Well, I can't do it with two hands, or one hand, hold on. So this cheap eBay stuff's really starting to get to me. So the spring mechanism that's supposed to hold the light in is not right. Like, it's all bent up, and the light, when I put the light in, it was jiggling all over the place. So I'm gonna bend the spring down to be tighter, and then we'll come back. Okay, I don't know if the LED is wrong. You can see the pattern on it is very different from the pattern on the other LED, and the pattern is completely different from the pattern on the light. So this is not going to work, actually. Not going to work at all. I'm gonna have to return it. I'm not gonna pay for something that's wrong. And then I'll just take my high beam here. Hopefully I didn't get any dirt on it. And then just put it right back in. So let's see. It's keyed to go here. Then you can see I tighten the spring, so it's gonna probably take two hands. Nope. Okay. And then you can check so the LED filament, can't really see it on camera, but it's facing left to right, and the filament on the halogen is also facing left to right, and that's very, very important for the beam angle, so we know that we got it right. So so we're just gonna have normal high beams, which I don't use them much anyway, and then LED low beams, which should be bright enough. So we'll go ahead and do the other light, not on camera, and then I'll put the lights in the car because you guys hopefully don't need to see that, and then that'll be it, I think, and we'll do another test in comparison. Okay, one thing to note actually, when you go and put these 5 bolts in, bolt, 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 and then the one down here, I actually cut a hole out here so I can get my extension down in there without having to deal with this. I need to find a pop clip for this. Leave the bolts just a little loose so the whole headlight, see how it moves? And so what you want to do is you want to take the headlight, and yours may not be loose, mine's a little loose, and you want to close this gap. So I'm just kind of giving her a little tap, okay? And now you can go back and really carefully, you're going into plastic, you know, you can really carefully start. I'm gonna go inside out, so, shit, just did that. I'm gonna need 2 hands, of course, so hold the adjuster so it doesn't spin, and then go and snug them all down and make sure the headlight's not wobbling. So I saw a fun little thing here. So this is not keyed, but it does have a plus minus. So you have to make sure you connect the connector the right direction. And I actually had this one backwards and I couldn't figure out why the light was working, and then I was like, oh. So the brown in BMWs apparently is ground because it is now connected to the negative, and now it works. So brown is ground. So, which is kind of frustrating because I'm pretty sure I've seen brown as power in the Porsche, unless the Porsche was just wired like shit, which it's a German car, so probably. Anyway, just a little note, plus and minus, watch out for that. And there you have it. That's our budget LED headlight upgrade. It kind of sucks we couldn't upgrade the high beams, but these running lights, or I should say low beams, these low beams are much better. Probably won't need my high beams except in the middle of nowhere. And here we are with the headlights from the driver position. You can tell I have them pointed down way too low, and maybe the right side headlights pointed a little too left. So that's one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, is absolutely under no circumstance should you do all this work on your headlights and then not align them properly. Now, the proper way to align headlights, it's different for every vehicle model. There's a certain number of feet away you put the car from the wall, and then the center of the light is supposed to touch a certain height on the wall and a certain distance inward. So you can just Google that. I have no intention of making a video on how to do that, but you guys can Google it, figure it out. Adjust your headlights. Don't be one of those dicks who gets brand new super bright headlights and then shines them in people's eyes all night long. I hate that. I hate it. If you do any modifications to your lights, and that includes lift kits, because lift kits change the angle of your lights, you need to readjust the lights so you're not blinding people, because it's getting worse and worse every year. There's more people with LED upgrades that don't adjust them, and that's crap. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.
Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive